Alright, so it was one Saturday morning. I was on my way. We was at work, which we work at Premier Stables, which is on US 60, right down from Penrod's. I don't know if you know where that is, but we was down there and we got there and was cleaning the stalls and taking care of the horses. And we got this. My dad got this phone call and was like, "There's a horse loose on the 60," and he was like, "Well, let me go check it out." So he left all the other workers there working or whatever, and then he comes back and was like panicking and was like, "We need help, we need help." So we went down there, and it was down by Whitney and Young, which is a big field right down by 60. So we went down there, and we started chasing it. We chased it for about a mile, and then the crazy part is it ended up in Penrod's lumber yard. Like, we was chasing around Penrod's lumber yard, and people was coming to get lumber, and like, what's going on with this horse running around everywhere? And we thought that we knew who it was, so we went to go get the people that we thought who it was, and I was like, no, that's not our horse. So then we sat in this middle of the field just waiting, not knowing whose it was. So we was going around calling people or whatever, and it was like 20 degrees outside, and one of our workers just sitting out in the field holding this horse that we didn't know whose it was. So my dad was like, well, I don't know what to do. So he got on the phone and started calling people, and couldn't get a hold of anybody that knew who it was. So he was still cold, so he was like, forget it. So he started walking up US 60. So like, we blocked off the road, and like, he was walking from here probably down to McDonald's, like blocked the whole road off. I was walking, and people was going by honking the horn and hollering out the window like, what's going on? So we got it back to our farm. We gave it water and hay because it had been out all night, and people had already known about it, but they couldn't catch it, but somehow we caught it. So we got it back and gave it all this hay and stuff, and then like 10 minutes later, the owner showed up. It was like, I heard y'all found a lost horse. It was like, yeah. And then we was like, we thought we knew who this was, but he was like, no, we didn't. So we was like, he's like, well, it got out because I have this fence that I don't know how he jumped. So we thought maybe he was going to take a trailer and take it back home. Well, he was like, well, I'll just walk it back. So we had to repeat the whole process again and walk it all the way back down 60. It was probably about the same length. And we got down there, and he put it back to where it belonged. And he was like, this is where it got out. And it was supposed to be like a 4 feet fence, 4 foot fence. And it turned out to be like a 2 foot fence. And like, it didn't have no grass anywhere, and the horse was just sitting there struggling all night long. So my lesson is probably not to help someone if you don't know what's going on.
Good job, Keith. That's good, man.